this is a daydream, but this is an actual goal. What are some of the things that they say that you can go, okay, yeah, because you said that, that's more of a daydream. Like, how do you differentiate that?
People's wants that you look, there's a I know the difference between the daydreaming and the vision, right? But I think it's more of what you want. What you absolutely want, that is the vision of what you should be working towards to. The daydreaming means it's more of a person that doesn't know what they want and they want everything. It's like, oh yeah, I want that. I want that. It's like a kid that wants to learn the violin, wants to learn the piano, wants to learn the guitar, wants to play soccer, wants to do everything, and it's not decisive in terms of what they want to choose. That is how, some people may be in terms of, oh yeah, I like to have a house, I also like to travel, but they don't have that focus in terms of how they can achieve it. So with coaching with my clients, it's like I help them find that clarity in terms of working towards what is important now first, what is important, what's the vision they see, what's more important for them to work towards to, and then they can always branch out when they have the time and the capacity to do so. But let's find a pinpoint focus. Let's find that carrot. Let's find that carrot in order to work towards two first. And then when you earn that carrot, then you can decide or not whether or not you want to branch out. But it's more knowing what you want first within your life and your business, instead of I think what they call it is the shiny object
Uh,
syndrome.
yeah, squirrel,
So that's
squirrel
the
syndrome.
squirrel.
Squirrel.
Squirrel, yeah, yeah. So like that's the daydreaming syndrome. I would say it's the fact that you don't know what you want and you're sidetracked so much that you don't achieve what you actually really want to achieve.
Mhm. Now, talking to a lot of people on this show, lots of them have gone through from one career to another career, or one path to the path that they're doing now, like speaking or coaching and whatnot. There's a lot of what do you call it? That mindset of people that go, you know what? You spent so many years in this industry. You spent so many years studying for engineering or for to be a doctor. Why waste all that time to do this now? So my question to you now is, you've gone through so many different industries. What have you taken from those industries that have helped you fulfill to become a better coach now?
Look, my colleagues, my family still think I'm stupid for doing that because I came up from a position where I was a consultant running the entire of Australia, helping a business running entire Australia. I had high positions in Australia and in my industry, my education industry, my music education industry. But for me, I wanted to be challenged. I love people. I love helping people from different industries. And the way that I see my growth is they all intertwine with each other. So the fact that I was a stage manager helped me see all the little bits and pieces on stage and how to control my perfectionism as a musician. It's helped me through the confidence to say, okay, how can you present yourself in terms of the voice? Like I already knew when I was in my early 20s that I was going to be an international figure. I just didn't know what kind of industry it was going to be. I knew that I was going to be seen. I knew that I was going to be my brand. I knew that I was going to, like, people are going to know me internationally, but in terms of what, I didn't know. So through that process of the vision of me being international, what does that look like for me? Being Asian, I hate to bring this card back, but it's being Asian, but it's getting rid of my Asian accent because I'm from a Malaysian background where it's a very strong Malaysian accent. So I had to get rid of that because people don't take Asian accents seriously from an international level. So it's like, okay, what kind of voice or what kind of sound would people resonate with on an international level? So I practiced, I changed the way that I spoke. I recorded myself, which is what people hate doing. I recorded myself. And the first thing I did was I watched myself first without the sound because people hate hearing themselves. And then I put the sound on the minimal volume.
Yeah.
And then I got more courage in terms of leveling up because that's how I want to grow, right? But if you're that scared, you have to start from somewhere. So I started with that. And then through the makeup and modeling, being a manager and managing restaurants and all these things, like it's given me leadership skills. It's given me the opportunity of interacting with people from different industries, because people in different industries behave and think differently. So they all intertwine. People think that they don't, but I take every single journey that I've gone through in terms of, something that I've learned that helped me today with my clients as well as myself continuously grow.
That is awesome. I'm very glad to hear you say that because I guess I'm not the only one because when I watch myself sing, I actually turn off all the sound and analyze myself walking around and moving around. And then I would turn off the video and just listen to myself. And then slowly I'll merge the two together. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to look at it now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's cringy. Look, it's gonna be cringy because we are our worst critic, right? We always want to present ourselves as like the best and perfect. But we have to also understand that there's not really such thing as perfect, because even robots can't be perfect, right? So
Exactly.
it's more of how can you, I love this word, how can you improvise? How can you work yourself way, and whatever happens on the spot, like how can you make it seem natural at that particular time, rather than oof, like that's not the best.
Exactly.
Being professional, being a professionalist.
The word is corn. Okay, so if you had to use corn as a metaphor for success, how is success like corn?
How is success like corn? So corn has a lot of kernels, right? And corn doesn't just, the kernel doesn't just pop out and then the kernel is all there. The kernel grows. And if it depends on the time you pick the corn, sometimes you have corn that's like really tiny, you still can't eat it yet, right? And there's some that's built. Through success of life is we have to build stages in terms of being a nicely matured corn to eat. So build up all those tiny little steps towards your success, like the corn.
And I see that. So that's how success is like corn.